Alright, guys, this is the third video. Then I have another video about Dwayne Wade. Alright, this one is about Justice Winslow. Okay. Look, I think I'm just going to come out and say it. Justice Winslow needs more time to develop. I'm starting to realize that now because last year before his I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, rotator cuff, maybe. I think something had to do with his upper elbow. No, his shoulder, something torn, and it took him out. Before that injury, Justice Winslow was not good on offense. He was terrible, actually. He didn't have a jump shot. He was just abysmal with his 3-point shooting. I mean, he didn't use his size, his size and girth to advantage to have contact fouls and get in ones, drive to the rim. He didn't use that, which I think that would be to his advantage. But other than that, Winslow, his offensive game. Now, I said in older videos that are not on YouTube anymore, I said that Justice Winslow can become a Kawhi Leonard, a stronger Kawhi Leonard, if he put his mind to it. He has all the physical tools, probably better than Kawhi Leonard, physical tools wise. But if he doesn't work on his jump shot and his offensive game, he's an underrated passer. I give him that he can pass the ball. The first few games I saw last year, he was passing the ball in addition to Whiteside, and he's a good playmaker. He can give you 5 assists. But the reason why I think he needs more time to develop is because Kawhi Leonard didn't just come out, with all-star numbers. His first few years were just like Justice Winslow, identical. Maybe his shooting percentage wasn't as bad, but you get what I'm trying to say. I think Justice Winslow, he needs to work on his jump shot. He needs to work on his speed. He's an excellent defender, obviously already. That's why he came out of college for. That's what we drafted him for. But if he has the same development as Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard, he would be a beast. And that's the reason why I didn't want Gordon Hayward at first. I didn't want to really talk about getting him because I was like, Justice Winslow could do what Gordon Hayward do, but probably more athletic and more better headed. But now I'm starting to realize, I look at some of the older games from last season. I'm like, he's probably going to have to sit on the bench, come off the bench and learn. And, it's probably going to take him a minute before he becomes a Gordon Hayward type player, a Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard type player, a two-way player. So that's just my hope for him. I'm not like all these other dumb Heat fans that are saying, oh, Justice Winslow's a fucking bust. We should trade him. And he should be a trading piece. No, I believe Justice Winslow is actually pretty good. He just needs to develop. He needs more time. That's the thing with most of these rookies now. You're starting to see a lot of busts and stuff because for one thing, they come out of college too early, prematurely. They don't spend years in college. I think Winslow probably shouldn't spend at least another year in college before he came to the NBA. These guys have to spend more years in college because some of these guys like D'Angelo Russell, why he is good, but he's never gonna be a top superstar, a top point guard. He's just not. He can put up points, but that's all. Julie Okafor, I think he's actually good. The Sixers just don't use him in the right role. Who else? Anthony Bennett, for example, that guy was the #1 pick. I think he spent a year in college, and then he just became a bust. You can't just these guys. You got this AAU and this 1 year college thing, and I'm leaving for the money. You can't just do that. That's why I think the same thing is going to happen to Alonzo Ball. Is he may become a bust. I don't think he's not a scorer to me, and this is a whole separate video. But I'm just saying, Lonzo Ball is not a scorer. His jump shot is just terrible. His form is terrible. He makes it, but it's just like, dude, you're gonna get that shot blocked a lot in the NBA, especially how you point forward, outward when you shoot. That's gonna get blocked. He's okay athletic. He has a little athleticism in him. He's okay. He's pretty quick, but passing is not what point guards only do now. They score too, and I don't know. I don't get the hype around him. Honestly, I really don't. I think a guy like Dennis Smith could be better than him. Fox already lit him up for what 39 points. That's another thing. He's 6'7" and he can't even play defense. Like I don't understand what's so great about Lonzo, but I'll talk about that in another day. Back to Winslow. I think Winslow, he has all the tools. He just has to get his offensive game up. That's all. It's that simple. And when he gets his offensive game up, then who knows how good he become. He just has to work on his offensive game. So I think he should just come off the bench for a little bit, just kind of like Kawhi Leonard did when he was first with the Spurs. How they had Jackson starting over him. I think that should be the same thing with Winslow, and let's just roll the dice and see how this works. I don't think he should be traded yet. I think Winslow can actually develop into a monster. I bet you one thing: if the Spurs had Winslow right now, they'll be developing him, and he would be. They wouldn't even think about trading him because they know he has a lot of potential. Just give Winslow some time, and he'll come around. The guy's going to be good. I'm telling you, he's going to be great. He has had flashes in the season last year when he scored I think 23 points, 14 rebounds, got a few assists, 4 blocks, 4 steals. The guy, he can be that type of player. You just got to give him time. He has all the tools. So I believe in Justice Winslow. I just hope you Heat fans believe in him also. You're not going to get an All-Star in 2 years. It's not going to happen. Okay, that's few guys in the NBA that can do that. They can come out of the draft and become a monster their first year. That's just not gonna happen. You gotta develop most guys. It's rare that you see a guy come out of college and become a monster his first 3 years All Star. It's not rare, but it's not with everyone. Most guys out of the draft you have to develop. But that's all I have to say about Justice Winslow. Give him more time, Heat fans. Give him more time, and he'll come around. He'll be great. He'll be a great addition. Mark my words. Justice Winslow will be All Star. He will be All Star. He's very young. He's a strong guy, strong built, got speed on him. He can do it all. He just needs to work on his offensive game. And once he get that jump shot down, he get that mid range down, and then he get a 3-pointer down, and then he gets a little even more stronger and drives to the rim a little more. That guy could be a freaking monster. I'm telling you. All right, guys, that's all I have to say about him. My last video for today will be on Dwayne Wade and what's going on in Chicago. And yeah, Heat Lifer 305 out.